People who work in here, what's the craziest reason someone got fired? An employee got terminated for running an entire business out of our supply closet, and somehow it took us 6 months to figure it out. I work as an HR coordinator for a mid-sized marketing firm with about 200 employees. We pride ourselves on having a relaxed creative environment where people feel comfortable expressing themselves. Maybe we were a little too relaxed. Enter Jennifer, a 28-year-old graphic designer who'd been with us for about 8 months. She was talented, met all her deadlines, and seemed like the perfect employee. She was also apparently an entrepreneur. The first sign something was off came during our quarterly supply audit. We were going through significantly more office supplies than usual. Paired specifically, our printer paper, ink, cartridges, and packaging materials were disappearing at an alarming rate. Our office manager Karen initially blamed it on increased client work and ordered more supplies, but when the same pattern continued for 3 months, she started getting suspicious. That's when we decided to investigate. Karen and I started casually observing who was accessing the supply closet most frequently. Jennifer's name kept coming up. She'd make multiple trips minus per Dalton, always carrying large bags or boxes, claiming she was working on big print projects for various clients. What made us really suspicious was when Karen noticed Jennifer staying late almost every night, long after her project deadlines would require. When asked, Jennifer always had reasonable explanations: extra client work, catching up on administrative tasks, working on her portfolio. The truth came out when Karen decided to check the supply closet after hours one evening and found Jennifer in there with her laptop, a ring light, professional camera equipment, and what looked like a complete photography studio setup. Jennifer had been running a custom invitation and stationery business out of our supply closet. She'd converted the space into her personal office and production center. She had client files organized in our filing cabinets, was using her industrial printer for her orders, and had been meeting with her personal clients in our conference rooms after hours. The most audacious part, she'd been using our business address for her company's mailing address and had packages being delivered to our reception desk daily. Our receptionist had been unknowingly accepting deliveries for Jennifer's side business for months. When we confronted Jennifer the next day, she didn't deny anything. Instead, she pulled out a business plan and tried to pitch us on becoming an official partner in her venture. She'd made over $15,000 in 6 months and genuinely seemed to think we'd be impressed by her initiative. She explained that she'd started small, just using some extra paper and ink for personal projects, but when orders started coming in, she saw an opportunity. Our after-hours access and unlimited supplies made it the perfect setup. Jennifer seemed genuinely confused when we explained that this constituted theft and unauthorized use of company property. She kept insisting that she was being resourceful and entrepreneurial qualities she thought we'd value. The final straw was discovering that Jennifer had been listing our company's graphic design services as part of her business offerings, essentially competing with her own employer using our resources. We terminated her immediately, and she had the audacity to ask for a reference letter highlighting her business development skills. The aftermath was even crazier. Jennifer's clients started calling our main number looking for their orders, and we had to explain that we weren't affiliated with her business. Some of them demanded refunds from us, thinking we were responsible for her services. We also discovered that Jennifer had been using our company's tax ID number for some of her business purchases, which created a whole mess with our accounting department. The supply closet now requires keycard access, and we've implemented much stricter policies about after-hours building access. Sometimes I almost admire her creativity and boldness, but mostly I am just amazed that someone thought they could run an entire business out of their employer's supply closet without anyone noticing. Jennifer now runs her stationery business full-time, and according to her Felicinen, is quite successful.